So today, as I drive my 2006 Porsche Cayenne, I'm gonna tell you why I purchased this car. What made me come to the point in purchasing a 2006 Porsche Cayenne in 2023. Now, what led me to purchasing the Cayenne over the Range Rover were a few different YouTubers. One was Harrison, he lives in his Cayenne, and then the other was, I think, Gino Foster. They're both Cayenne owners, but their Cayennes are lifted. They've taken them off-road. They've done trails with them, etc., etc., all of which I wanted to do with my Cayenne. I picked up the Cayenne from a guy in, I think, Laguna Beach, California. So at the time I was living about 2.5 hours from Laguna Beach, and I figured, you know what, let's go take the drive down there, pick up the car. I test drove it, everything was good. I loved the car, so I bought it. Time goes by, I'm like really driving the car, I'm enjoying the car, and I'm here like, wow, I really bought this car to go off-roading in. Haven't gone off-roading yet. At the time, the tires were more so street tires, so I decided to begin modifying the Porsche Cayenne. Same thing I do to all my other cars, and I touched it. So fast forward today, a year later from when I purchased the car, I've put about 20,000 miles on it. I've taken it off-road, I've modified it, I've driven it across the country, zero issues. But I went over all that in last video. So if you didn't check out last video, hit the link in the description below and it will take you right there. Today, we are going to be talking about why I purchased the vehicle. So this is my 2006 Porsche Cayenne S. The looks are not that, it's not that, it's not that good. It's not something I would be like, wow, that's amazing. It's round, just like every single Porsche from this era. It has the funky looking headlights. Everything's pretty rounded off, but all Porsches are rounded off. Anyway, when I purchased this car, I said, I can make this thing look clean and functional, which I did, and I can make it something that is something that people would like to look at. You know what I mean? Because there's always that one person like, oh, I don't like Subarus, but hey, your Subaru's fucking amazing, brother. There's always that one person. So here we have the Cayenne in what I thought would be a clean look. Now, however, it is missing a few things, such as a roof rack and some lights on the roof. Unfortunately, I haven't bought them yet. If you would join me at the rear of the car here, I call this the practical section. Now, all SUVs have rather good trunk size. This is nothing different. However, if you're at Walmart, you're leaving Walmart and you're carrying a little bit of groceries, but you don't got nothing too crazy. You can just put your finger under here and lift the glass up. That way, you can take your other hand, get a little bag, throw it right in there. You don't have to, lift up the entire thing. But of course, we don't all go grocery shopping for a bag of chips. So with the glass up, if you got the heavy duty stuff, you can just come under here and lift this up. Now this is electric. So that means when it closes, it has a soft close. Soft close simply means if you don't close it all the way, the car will do the rest for you. I figured since I have 3 dogs, fairly large animals, and I lived in the desert, this would be great. We can go to Joshua Tree, throw the dogs in the truck, put the windows down, go to Joshua Tree, enjoy the national park, look at some rocks as if they're not all the same, and enjoy ourselves. Which we did. We did that quite a bit, and it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. Unfortunately, one of the downsides to owning this car would be the trunk struts. They don't stay up. They just fall like this. However, I do have a brand new, if you hold it with your head here, I do have a brand new pair. I just haven't thrown them on yet. And that's the practical side of the car. How about you come join me in the back seat, where we have a little bit of space It's not crazy big. It's not Maybach big. It's not Rolls Royce big, but it's good. It's good size. It can seat about 3 full-size adults back here. And of course, 2 up front, driver and passenger. If you have kids, you can take the kids to school, soccer practice, baseball practice, hockey practice. You never know. It's a lot of space, no tech, honestly. There's a cigarette lighter and some cup holders. Now, honestly, the only cool thing about these back seats, you have a shade. But a lot of Volkswagens from this era had a shade. So when you don't want to be bothered with the poor people outside of you, because you're being driven around in your Porsche, you can block them out with this here shade. It does the job, honestly. You can see out. I'm not sure if you can see in though. Let's see. I cannot see in here. Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. I cannot see in here. I didn't know that. Well, this is my Porsche. That's why I purchased it. Now, how about we go inside and go for a drive? Maybe I'll tell you guys how it drives, how it handles. Really good. You know how when Doug DeMuro starts his driving videos, he's like all excited and then he just like, haha, so Porsche. Anyway, I'm not Doug DeMuro. Can't be excited as that, cannot fake the excitement as that. But we are on a dirt road. Can't really tell, but we're on a gravel road just to get back to the main road. And I figured, let's see how well, one, this camera does with the stabilization. And I can be, you know, this is like a real world example, driving the Porsche Cayenne off-road with some speed and being able to have a nice, comfortable conversation. Now, earlier in the video, I said Porsche really prioritizes handling with their cars, right? So the Panamera handles like a 911, the 911 handles like a Boxster, the Boxster handles like a Cayenne, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Not in that order, but you get what I'm saying. The Cayenne, for being an SUV, hopefully no trains coming, for the Cayenne being an SUV, this thing handles ridiculous. This thing handles so ridiculous. I did a video with my mom's 23 Civic or Civic Sport, and it handles nice. It handles real nice, but it just doesn't handle like the Cayenne. Perfect example. I took a bend, like I got off the exit with the Civic Sport. Took it about 60, you know, normal, good speed, nothing too crazy. It just didn't feel as stable as the Cayenne did. And then that same bend, a couple days later, took it again. In the Cayenne, crazy difference. We are back on the main road now, and you know, I can open it up a little bit. So how about this? How about we do a little pull? It's not going to be anything too crazy, just so you can hear the exhaust and you can get an idea of what it sounds like and what it feels like to drive a first generation Porsche Cayenne. So how about this? Drop 2 gears. We can do one more. Oh, 7,500. Still pulling. Alright, I gotta slow down here because we're coming up to a sharp turn. But even at taking this turn, it says 50. I'm taking this turn at 80. This thing is great, yo. So good. So good. This thing is so good. It's ridiculous. The thing that I genuinely like about these Porsches, they all handle nicely, you know? Like I just said it, but there's no reason a Cayenne, a 5-passenger large SUV, should be able to handle so well. Like the 4Runner, body roll. Yes, they're different body cars. Like the 4Runner is frame on body or body on frame. The Cayenne is a unibody. Whatever. Point is, there is nothing this size that handles this well. A Trackhawk can't even compare. I was going to use some profanity, but a Trackhawk cannot compare when it comes to handling. It's not even there. It's not even in the question. If you want something that handles, you want you a real car, brother, get you a Cayenne. Your Jeep friends will be jealous because their cheap little plastic interiors don't compare to your nice leather and quality plastic interior. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Sounds nice. Real sturdy stuff. The point is, if you're looking for a car that you want to take off-road with your friends' Jeeps, get the Porsche, man. These things can tow. They're all-wheel drive. You got different gear or different diff modes. If you want to go on rocky terrain, you can just go up to the rocky terrain. If you want to ride on a street, go up. You know, you got different options. With the Jeep, everyone knows what a Jeep can do. It's not impressive. You know, these things stock. If you don't know what Hell's Gate is, these things stock can take on Hell's Gate. Now, there are a few cars that can do that, but no one's gonna go out and buy a Hyundai for off-roading. Let's be real. Like, are you gonna go out and buy a Hyundai for off-roading, or are you gonna go out and buy a Jeep or a Porsche? When you want to have fun, you can put the windows down, get you on a nice windy road, and then you can, you know, listen to the exhaust as you just roll your big V8 down these curvy roads. This thing is nuts, bro. Like, this thing is so crazy. 25, we're at 60. Like, gas through the turn. This is crazy. This is actually like so wild. Oh wow, this is sharp. Cayenne's eating this thing up crazy. What the fuck? That's actually insane. What the fuck? That's actually crazy. Okay guys, well, this is my Porsche Cayenne, and then this is my iced coffee. Anyway, that's why I bought the car. It's good, honestly. It's very good. You honestly should get one. If you're still here, you really should get a Cayenne. Doesn't matter which gen, they all look great. They all are capable, depending on what your expertise is. However, the 955 generation, which is this one, is the most capable. So, with that being said, buy one, subscribe to the channel, and if you didn't like this video, let me know why. And if you did like this video, let me know what you're going to be replacing when you buy your Cayenne.